Hello everybody! Welcome back to Metaphor! We are in Gracia Forest. We've completed all of our side quests. Well, we haven't turned in our side quests, but we've done the requisite components. So we are now in Gracia Forest on our way back, taking a very slight detour. We're probably going to grind for about an hour. Partially because I want some money. We're gonna grind for about an hour, get some more money, and the other part is because I want to get some levels on some of the various different classes that we have. We don't have a lot of diversity right now, especially in the concept that we had to spend a shit ton of our hero items. So part of what we're doing is I want to kind of like increase our diversity or cap out the levels on some of the things that we're doing. And exactly, I could use the mag too. And not only are we going to be getting experience on some of the character classes, but we're going to be sitting on Merchant, one, for the money, but two, because each time we rank up in Merchant, we get more of those hero items. So I kind of want to bank some more of those because it was very, very useful for us to have those on the fly to be like, wait. Let's use this strategy. Oh shit, we don't have this class to the correct level. Let's use the hero items to get this class to the correct level, and that lets us kind of like have the flexibility to solve whatever puzzles we feel like we need to solve, right? So we're gonna do that. Right now we are on Merchant for the aforementioned reasons. We are on Seeker. I want to get Seeker up to 20 so we can get Magic Seeker for Stroll. Even though I don't necessarily think that that's a great scenario, I think it's a easy swap for him. Hulkenberg is on Faker, and Heisme we are going to put on Mage at the moment. So, that's pretty much it. It's probably going to be pretty chill, because we should kill everything in this area except for the... What are they? The Manjulas? Actually, aren't they like 37? Yeah, I don't think we kill those. We're 37. I don't think we kill those. So, you know.
There they are.
Yeah, we're back to this. So, I plan to, like I said, grind for probably about an hour. Is the general idea, but we'll see. Oh, this is another thing, is... While we were, because we were, we were basically spamming because we were unable to utilize or make use of the press turn stuff, the weakness stuff. So we had like 1 billion Magla pills. We no longer have like 1 billion Magla pills, but this is where we got the 1 billion Magla pills. So that's another kind of like thing in the bag that we're kind of like, oh, okay, let's do this, you know?
Amazing! Great move back
right there.
That was well done.
There they are.
Come on! Hey, you found something!
All right, how's that? Let's push
Well
through.
done.
Nice.
I see the enemy.
Come on!
Forward! Time for some closing.
I can feel greater power within.
H5, fuck yeah.
All right,
Nice
how's
one.
that? Let's push through. Charging in. Forward.
Yeah, nice work! They all seem pretty weak.
35. Very close to being able to pop him, but not quite.
Charging in.
I knew I could count on you.
I'm not expecting to get very many levels because the experience is pretty low at this point. But
Come on.
Amazing!
All right, how's that?
Great moves back there.
There they are. Time for some close combat.
Looks like it could be useful.
Charging in. Forward.
Hey, good
Time
one.
for some close combat.
Such skill.
Such skill. I can't remember if there were birds down here or not. There were not. Okay. I gotta remember exactly where everything was.
Right there.
Hey,
Push
good
through.
one.
All right. How's that?
Such skill.
Too much fucking money. Too much
I see
money.
the enemy. Let's push through.
Impressive as ever.
There they are. Charging in.
Amazing!
Time for some close
Great
combat.
move back there.
Forward.
Impressive. Your
Right
training
there.
has paid off.
Alright, sweet.
That'll do it.
Numero uno complete. We still don't have all of the,
What now?
we just still don't have a bunch of Ariadne's threads, which I talked extensively about last time we did this, because I was like, oh, I totally should have those. And then I never got any. Oh, nope, not this way. So, I'm gonna try to remember, because we're going straight back after this. I'm gonna try to remember to buy a bunch of those so that we're good after this point. But right now, we are not.
What?
All right.
Let's head back.
I am Jay. If you're here, I don't know if I was musing yesterday or not, or whatever vibe I gave you, but yes, please stream
I see the
assets
enemy.
for Dark Deity
All
2.
right. How's that?
Great job!
Because the more I think about it, the more excited I am to try
There
it
they
out.
are. Charging in. Come on.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
I appreciate you.
I see the enemy. Time for some close combat.
I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
Oh,
Let's push through.
I can feel greater power.
Come on. All right. How's that?
Nice! I bet we'll find a use for that.
hell yeah.
Right there. Charging in. Forward. Time for some close combat.
Impressive as ever.
I will honestly actually probably give that a go tomorrow.
Forward.
Since it comes out tomorrow, I will probably give it a go tomorrow. We don't have a D&D
I imagine
tomorrow,
that would be
so
of use.
it's just something else to... How many fucking Thunderstones do we
What
have?
now?
Probably way too many. $90? I'm assuming item cap is 99.
There they are.
Very impressive.
Whoops.
That's all of them. We're safe for the time being.
All right. How's that? Come on.
I knew I could count on you.
Right there. Time for some close combat. Forward. Time for some close combat.
That was well done.
I see the enemy. Let's push through.
You see use for it? I say take it
Come on.
with you.
Our immediate vicinity is secure.
There they are. Charging in.
We're weak against this. Do it again!
Right there. Forward. Time for some close combat.
My archetype's abilities feel stronger.
Nice. Got a level on Seeker. What are we... I kind of want
What
to
now?
give ourselves a... Okay, we were at 140. Hold that thought. We were at, like, 140 money. We're at, like, I think 120 Magla. And I want to know what we're at Leaf of Light. So I think we're at like 10. Got 9 days for the mission. When we get back, we need to do character quests. So that's gonna be like a whole shebang. Not too worried about it.
What?
In that case,
Leave it to me.
there they are. All right.
Fine. Keep it.
I see the enemy.
We found something.
Push through.
Let's take it with us.
Right there. Forward.
Your training has paid off.
All right. How's that?
I knew I
Push
could count
through.
on you.
All right. How's that?
I can
Mage
feel
7?
greater power within.
Good, good.
There they are. Time for some close range.
Looks like it could be
Charging in.
I can feel the
Bakerton.
power coursing through me.
Nice.
Come on.
I knew you
Forward. Let's push through. Time for some close combat.
That's not half bad.
I see the enemy. Forward. Come on.
You found something. Let's take it with us.
All right. How's that? Come on.
Keep it.
Right there. Let's push through. Charging in.
Training
Time for
has
some
paid
close
off.
combat. Charging in.
I knew I could count on you.
There they are. Forward. Come on.
Great moves back there.
Oh, that's not half bad.
Right there.
Yeah, nice
I
work.
see the enemy.
Hey, good one.
There they are. Charging in. Let's push through.
Great moves back there.
Impressive as ever.
You doing a little? Oh, she's looking. I was like, she looks like she's doing like a little ballet turn, but she's just like looking off elsewhere. Save every once in a while. Make sure we don't look up.
What?
In that case,
Leave it to me.
right there.
Anna been
Forward.
I imagine that would be of use.
There they are.
actually.
Charging in. All right.
Use for it?
How's
I'd say
that?
take it with you.
Question mark?
Right there.
Come
on. push
If
through.
you see a use for it, I say take it
Come
with
on.
you.
Let's push through.
That was well done.
I see the enemy. Forward. Time for some close combat.
Exemplary.
Yeah, nice work.
Come on.
Hey, all right, good one.
How's that? Let's push through.
I can feel
Charging in.
greater power within. Our immediate vicinity is secure. We should be safe.
That might be of use later.
There they are.
That's not half bad.
Oh, that's exactly worth it, but
All right. How's that? Let's push through.
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the time being.
I see the enemy. Time for some close combat. Charging in. Forward.
That was the last of them.
Right there. Dad.
Amazing. Great moves back there.
Impressive. Your training has paid off.
I see the enemy.
Hey, good one.
Charging in.
That's not half bad.
Right there. Come on.
That was brilliant.
Dad, let's push through. Time for some close combat.
That should come in handy. Pocket it. What?
All right.
Let's call it.
let's call it. I just woke up from a nap, actually, so I'm kind of just
I see the
very
enemy.
chill,
Charging in.
Impressive as ever.
very
That'll do
pleasantly chill. Thank.
There they are. All right. How's
Did
that?
it!
Did you say they were looking into making a mod for Metaphor being multiplayer?
I see the enemy.
That seems wild to me.
Time for some close
Your
combat.
training has paid off.
Let's push through.
Amazing!
All right. How's that? Let's push through.
Is that the end then? We've cleared the way.
There they are. All right. How's
Get
that?
ready, everyone!
I think we're in the clear.
Yeah.
Come on. Charging in.
Okay.
All right. How's that? Push through.
Exemplary.
Interesting. Normally all for like, yeah, let's add multiplayer to this
I see
thing.
the enemy.
But
Good one.
that's I don't know.
All right. How's that? Come on.
Not half bad.
It's kind of, I think
Right
my
there.
issue with the idea is that
Feel greater power within.
Forward. Time for some close combat.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
it's one thing in like a more classic JRPG, right? Where you know, like a Final Fantasy game, like we played
There they
multiplayer
are.
Final Fantasy games, right?
That might be of use.
All right.
Where
How's that?
it's really kind of a matter of
archetype's abilities feel
preference.
Right
The
there.
issue with a game like this is that a lot of times the combat is a puzzle, right? And it kind of just feels
There
like,
they are. Forward.
I don't know, you can
Close combat.
have multiple people doing that. It just feels like it would be odd to me. You think the two of us have better insight than most on multiplayer turn-based RPGs? Maybe. Maybe. We might have a little bit of experience when it comes to that concept. Maybe. Possibly.
What?
In that case,
Let's head back.
Ba 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 ba. I need to clip this.
I see the enemy. Charging in.
Very impressive.
Is that the end then?
I'm
We've cleared the way.
a mouth guard, and it's like
There they are.
sharp on the edge. I need to
Yeah,
fix it.
great job.
Not like sharp on the edge. It's just like edged. So it's like, you know, I can feel it.
Right there.
Not no bueno.
That was well done.
Let's push through.
Fine. Keep it.
Come on. Let's push through.
Hey, good one.
There they are.
On your toes, everyone.
I see the enemy.
All right, we did it.
Right there. Come on. Let's push through. All right. How's that? Got you.
All right, we did it. We got this.
I see the
What?
enemy.
That works like a charm. Keep it
Hey! Hey! We can kill everything! Woo! I don't know that
There
it's
they
worth
are.
it to kill everything, but we're gonna
Time for
try. I mean, it's
was
definitely
brilliant.
worth it to kill that guy. I don't know if it'll be worth it to do the full run all the way to the back and kill that guy.
Come on.
It would be if the fucking cat was there. It weirds me out that this place has the fucking
enemy.
cat at the middle.
Charging in. Time for some close combat.
That was brilliant.
Charging in.
You found something.
Dwarves
take
are
it with us.
resistant to poison, so does that mean they need extra spices and seasons for their food? I don't think so. Though I wouldn't say that they need extra spices or seasons for their food, but I would bet there are certain spices and seasonings that they don't taste very much of. You know?
Right there.
Or at least in the same way as like other people.
Forward.
Alternatively,
Great
you
move
could
right there.
absolutely play it that way, where it's like dwarven food is like
There
the
they are.
heaviest spiced thing on the face of the planet.
I can feel the power
Alternatively,
pulsing.
Right there.
you could play dwarves as like these super white people, and they have like no spicing in their food at all because spice just doesn't work on them at all. So their food is like the blandest food on the face of the planet. You know?
There they are.
That worked out. Keep it up.
Right there.
Alright, those guys are worth a fair amount.
There they are. Let's push through. Come on.
If only there was a
That should
cat,
do
like,
it.
right here. Yeah. Yike! We took long enough that
What?
things started to respawn. Interesting.
All right.
Leave it to me.
I see the enemy. Charging in.
That was brilliant.
Victory is ours, and safety hard won.
Right there. Time for some close. All right. How's that? There they are. Charging in.
If it's useful, I say grab it.
Let's push through.
Exemplary.
All right. How's that? Come on.
That might be of use later.
I see the enemy. All right. How's
Find use
that?
for that.
There they are.
Impressive as ever.
Let's push through. Come on. Let's push through.
I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
Wait, what?
Hey, you found something.
Whoops.
Right there.
Weak against this. Do it again.
There they are. All right.
I
How's
imagine
that?
that would be of use.
Right there. Let's push through. Forward.
Nice. I bet we'll find a use for that.
Come on. All right. How's that?
Excuse me?
They've noticed us.
There they are. Charging in. Forward.
Let's take
Time
it
for
with
some
us.
close combat. I see the enemy.
They saw us.
Excuse
On your
me?
toes, everyone.
That was weird.
There they are.
Let's
Push through. Come on.
Exemplary.
Right there. All right. How's that?
Hit it where it hurts.
I see the enemy. Forward.
Training has paid off.
Charging in.
I can feel greater power within.
Age 11, fuck yeah.
Right there. Forward. Time for some close combat. Forward.
You see useful? I say take it with you.
Time for some close. Let's push through.
Such skill.
Okay, we
now?
definitely have over 99 Thunderstones now. Can we have over 99 Thunderstones? Question. No. Okay, you are capped at 99. So, note to self, probably sell some Thunderstones. Although I doubt we're going to be getting a shit ton more after we're done farming here. So maybe it's irrelevant.
What?
Gallica.
Leave it to me.
Instead of blueberry pie, it's elderberry pie. Boysenberry pie. I feel like that's a dwarves being old and having like an ancestor culture kind of
They're gone.
concept.
The
Elderberry
danger is
pie.
behind us.
I see the enemy. There they are.
Lock off.
Oh, Dad, you did it!
I can feel my power
Oh,
growing.
nice. Master. Okay, cool.
What now?
Troll has mastered Seeker. Awesome. What do we want him to work on next? Do we want to immediately pop Magic Seeker? Magic Seeker gets us a couple of things. I was interested in getting Cyclone. I'm also interested in leveling his mage, though, so we can get access to wizard or stuff. Yeah, let's do mage.
I see the enemy. Charging in.
That was brilliant.
All right. How's that?
Skill.
Come on. All right. How's that?
I knew I could count on you.
There they are. Come on.
You found something.
Forward.
Let's take it with us.
All right. How's that? Let's push through. Come on.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
I see the enemy.
Even I had more to learn.
Nice.
All right.
I feel
How's
my
that?
power growing.
There they are. Come on.
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the time being.
All right. How's that? Come on.
That was the last of them.
I see the enemy.
Who won?
Time for some close combat. Charging in.
Victory is ours.
Nice. Another
And
hero's
safety
leap of
hard
light.
won.
There they are.
I
I
knew
see the enemy.
All right.
How's that?
Very impressive.
There they are. Let's push through.
That
Or they
should
make
come in
curry
handy.
with
Pocket
extra
her.
Carolina Oh!
Right there. All right.
Yeah.
Push through. Come on. Time for some close combat.
You found something.
Could be. Could definitely be. I could see that being like the dwarf thing, is that they're just like
There they
the
are.
hottest.
All right.
How's that? Works like a
They're
charm.
Right there.
actually, I could see them being like
Impressive as ever.
There
the
they are.
assholes that are down there growing hybrid like fungi and peppers and shit like that have, you know, like everyone else is on the Carolina Reaper, and the thing that they've managed to concoct and create is like 7 times hotter than that. It literally would like cause a human's insides to burn and blister and boil, and dwarves are like, that's the minimum spice level. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I could see that being a thing.
What?
All right.
Leave it to me.
I see the enemy. All right. How's that?
Right, you did it!
I'm gonna try a round of not auto-targeting.
If you see use for it, I say take it with you.
I can feel greater power within.
We cannot avoid this fight. Stand ready.
Impressive. Your training has paid
All
off.
right. How's that? Let's push through.
Very impressive.
All right. How's that?
That's all of them. We're safe for the time being.
Come on. Dad.
I knew I could count on you.
Victory is ours. And safety hard won.
Let's push through. All right. How's that? Come on.
Such skill.
That worked like a charm. Keep the pressure on.
All right. How's that?
I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
100%. Right?
Our
Like,
minds will win the day.
I-
Heal if you must.
Oh, that's not half bad.
I feel like
All right. How's that? Let's push through.
culinary
all of
culture
We're safe
is
for the time
something
being.
that is often incredibly overlooked
On your toes, everyone!
in
I can feel the
like
power
D&D
coursing through me.
or in role-playing in general, right?
Our immediate vicinity is secure.
And I'm
We
guilty
should
of
be
it
safe.
too. Which is weird because I love food and I love food culture.
Come on.
It's just one of those things that
Push through.
doesn't get highlighted, I think, enough.
Come on.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
Hey, your health is dangerously low.
Alright, this whole not targeting is
There they are.
maybe not the best. In certain situations, but not others.
Count on you.
My archetype's abilities feel stronger.
Nice.
Right there. All right. How's that?
Against this.
I see the enemy. Come on. All right.
Just
How's
take
that?
it.
Let's push through.
Later.
There they are.
Target.
Impressive as ever.
Alright, what time is it? It's 8:45? Okay. Probably go till like 9:15, 9:30. That should be about an hour-ish.
What now?
Really good on money. Although, I say really good, but presumably we're going to be heading to the next place in the near future, and
Gallica.
my god,
Leave it to me.
the cost jump at this place was pretty massive compared to the last place. So, that's part of the reason why I'm trying to, like, get a decent-sized bank, is because I want to be able to, like, buy new gear outright.
I see the enemy.
Yeah,
There they are.
Auto target!
I imagine that would be of use.
Damn it!
Right there. Forward.
Your trading has paid off.
There they are. Time for some close combat.
That was well done.
All right. How's that?
great job!
Come on. Let's push through.
Nice! I bet we'll find a use for that.
Right there. Come on.
If you see use for it, I say take it with you.
Forward.
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
Let's push through. All right. How's that? Come on. There they are.
I can
you come
feel
from?
greater power within.
Why? Was I just that slow this time around? I probably was just this slow that time around.
I see the enemy. Come on. All right. How's that?
Trading has paid off.
Normally I get there as he's leaving. Must have been so slow that I got there as he was coming back.
Come on.
I need
Let's push through.
Is that the end then? We've cleared the way.
Right there.
Yeah, I think that only, you know,
We'll find a use for
Charging in.
that.
Forward.
I imagine that
Charging
would be
in.
of use.
I think the two necessarily
Our immediate
translate.
vicinity
In
is
fact,
secure.
I actually really
We should be
think
safe.
I like the idea of like, you know, a dragon or a dragonborn being like very against spicy food because they it, you know, offends their palate or something like that, you know?
Noticed us.
There they are.
Archetype's abilities feel stronger.
Time for some close combat. Charging in.
Hey, good one.
Right there. Forward. Charging in. Time for some close combat.
I'm sure you'll find a use
I
for
see
it.
the enemy.
Exemplary.
There they are.
Let's
push through.
Forward!
All right. How's that?
You see use for
Right
it? I
there.
say take it with
Let's
you.
push through. Time for some close
Lock onto
combat.
it.
Our minds will win the day. Heal if you must.
What's butt game? Oy, 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 oy. Sure, right? Like, temperature is not spice level. So, yeah, they could eat a literal molten lava cake, right? But they still might not like spicy food. It's not the same thing. Absolutely.
What?
In that case,
Let's head back.
And in fact, if they have a proclivity towards hot food, i.e. temperature hot food, they might actually use spices
You need
less
to. There's no rush.
because most spices have a tendency to burn and become bitter when introduced to too much heat. So, like, again, the dragon kind of like scenario of being like not into spicy food because maybe not because they don't like the flavor, but because they like their food very temperature hot,
I see the enemy. Forward.
and that burns the spices.
Come on.
Are you feeling okay?
All right.
Just making sure.
Come on.
Of course, it would have to be
Victory is ours.
ridiculously hot for that to
Hot
matter. So I'm splitting hairs
there.
in this kind of concept, but
Time for some close.
it's still fun shit, you know? I actually own several, like,
Push through.
role-playing cookbooks.
There they are.
Maybe a precautionary heal wouldn't hurt.
I see the enemy. All right. How's that?
That worked like a charm. Keep the pressure
Ooh,
on.
Chariot White Mask.
Come on.
Just making sure. Are you okay?
Still don't know what
Don't
the fuck
push
that
it.
is.
There they are.
You'll be okay without healing. Right?
Right there.
If you see use for it, I say.
What is your issue with the whole healing thing? I'm fine.
All right. How's
Very
that?
impressive.
Come on.
We made short work of them.
I see the enemy. Charging in. Time for some close combat. Forward.
I can feel my power growing.
There they are. Charging in. Forward. All right. How's that?
I knew I could count on you.
Right there. Come on. I see the enemy. Charging in. Time for some close combat.
Paid off.
Exemplary.
Right there. Let's push through.
Your
I
power.
see the enemy. Time for some close. Let's push through.
Very impressive.
All right. How's that? Let's push through.
I knew you could do it.
See, my kitty
What?
cats have left me tonight.
Gallica.
Let's head back.
Rude.
Right there. Charging it. All right. How's that?
Good one.
I see the
Auto target. Damn it.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
Right there. Close. Forward. Come on.
Nice work.
I see the enemy. Close. Charging it.
Let's stuff that somewhere safe.
All right. How's that?
Amazing.
Let's
Great
push
moves
through.
back there.
All right. How's that?
Is that the end then? We've cleared the way.
Right there.
Forward.
Come on.
Great
Charging
job.
it.
I think that's all of them.
Let's push through.
I knew you
Come on.
could do it.
Let's push through.
Hey, great job.
I see the enemy.
Close.
Come on. All right. How's that?
Amazing. Great moves back
There,
there.
there. Charging it. Time for some close combat. Charging it. Let's push through.
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the time being.
All right. How's that? Let's push through.
Your training has paid off.
I see the
Forward!
enemy. Charging it. Forward. Charging it. Forward. Charging it.
Stronger.
All right. How's that?
There they
Forward. Charging it.
I bet we'll find a use for that.
Right there. Forward. Let's push through.
You found something.
There they are. Close. Do it. Forward.
I can feel the power coursing through me.
I see the enemy. Close. Charging it.
He found it.
Time for some close. Come on. Charging it. Forward.
That's all of them. We're safe for the time being.
Right there. Close. Coming forward. I see the enemy. Close. Charging it. Let's push through.
It's useful, I say grab it.
All right. How's that?
Nice. I bet we'll find a use for that. What?
In the D&D world, you can see dwarves growing more and more spicy peppers to a point where only poison resistance and immunity creatures can
Alright.
eat them,
Leave it
because
to
other
me.
creatures eat them, they take damage or just outright die. Yeah, absolutely, right? 100%. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe not peppers, right? Because peppers... Okay, like hill dwarves, maybe like hill dwarves having like terraces outside. The thing about peppers being like peppers kind of need sunlight.
Charging it.
They are a
I knew I could count on you.
they from a plant perspective, right? But you could easily just be like,
Right there.
these fungus are the equivalent of peppers. Or you could just use bucket peppers, because who actually gives a shit at the end of the day, you know? Or they could be dwarves. They have their own source of like sunlight underground.
So take it with you.
But plenty of options.
Come on.
Just take it.
Let's push through. Come on.
I think we're in the clear.
There they are. Close. Charging it. Time for some close.
Don't run up on me.
Looks like it could be useful.
Come on.
If it's useful,
Let's
I
push
say
through.
grab it.
All right. How's that?
That was well done.
Right
Charging
there.
it.
Let's push through.
That should do it.
Age
I
15.
can feel greater
All
power
right.
within.
How's that?
Hell yeah.
There they are. Time for some close comp. Charging it. Time for some close comp. Come on. Let's push through. All right. How's that? Right there. Forward. Time for some close. Charging it. Forward.
Oh, right, we did it!
Very nice. Excuse me?
Let's push through.
That was brilliant.
Excuse me? Yeah.
I think we got them all.
Let's see
We'll be
you
safe
back.
for a while.
I see the
What are you
enemy.
doing over here?
Just take it. You
God
can
damn
always
it,
toss it
game.
later.
You're fucking up my rhythm. Wow, these guys made it all the way the fuck
Right
back over
there.
here.
Charging it.
Right. You hit it where it hurts.
I can
I see
feel
the
the
enemy.
power
Come on. All right. Time for some close. Charging it.
Pocket it.
That's all of them. We're safe for the time being.
Let's push through.
very impressive.
Right there. Some close. Come on. Forward. Charging it. Forward. All right. How's that?
Amazing.
There they
Charging
are.
it. Back there.
They're gone. The danger is
Other
behind
heroes
us.
leap of light. Yeah.
Everyone all right?
Ba 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 ba. Ba boo.
What?
Gallica.
Let's head back.
Yeah, we'll probably do like 2 or 3 more runs, I think.
I see the enemy. Forward.
Impressive as ever.
Right there. Charging it. Time for some close. Forward.
Count on you.
Didn't want to auto target.
You look stronger already.
I see the enemy. Charging it. Come on.
If
Time
you
for
see
some
use
close.
it, I say take it with you.
There they are. Charging it.
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
Let's push through.
Impressive as ever.
Come on. Let's push through.
Oh, that's not half bad.
Right there. Forward. Time for some close. Forward. All right. How's that?
Such skill.
Nice.
Come on.
Exemplary.
Let's push through. All right. How's that?
Yeah, nice work.
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the time being.
Auto target the target
There
the
they are.
game. What are you doing? Oh,
We are spotted.
I see the enemy. Let's push through. Time for some close.
Need to get stronger.
oh yeah, no. That's the thing. Like, in reality, peppers cause damage to us, and we don't stop growing or making them hotter. There's totally no way that there's not some group of dwarves that are like spice addicts
Time for some close. Forward.
that keep growing even hotter peppers, while the other dwarves are like, yeah. These already give us like blisters on our tongues. What are you doing?
Skill.
Come on. Right there. Some close.
I knew I could count on you.
I see the enemy. Forward. Let's push through.
That was well done.
Right there. Some close. Forward.
Yeah, nice work.
There they are. Charging it. Time for some close. Charging it. Time for some close. Forward.
Exemplary.
Right there. Close. Forward. Charging it. All right. How's that? Close. Come on.
I can feel my
Let's
power
push through.
grow.
There they Charging it. All right. How's that?
Such skill.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ow. Burps. It hurts.
What?
Gallica.
Let's head back.
Kiduki. Alright, what are we sitting at real quick?
What now?
We are sitting at... Didn't mean to go that far. Nearly 600k, 170k. So... Got like 50k mag. Feels good. What about our Heroes Leaf of Light? We got like 8 of those. Hey, it's Nightcloak! Woo! Oh, is it going, Nightcloak and friends? Hope you're doing well. Heyo, heyo! The JRPG goes well. How'd your Marignon game go? Did you stick it to Jotunheim and Patala? Or were you a peaceful neighbor? You like talking to me about this stuff? It helps you create content for your D&D world? Look, I love talking about D&D, any tabletop RPG, or just like world building in general. It doesn't even have to be in relation to like a game. I just love world building. I absolutely adore it.
Charging it. Forward. Time for
Going
some
well.
I could count on you.
You made it work, got yourself sorted out, and now have free fire arrow. Free? What do you mean free fire arrows? What's... What? Excuse me?
Charging it.
Handy. Pocket it.
Squeeze me?
All right. How's that?
Impressive as ever.
Come on. Let's push through.
I have never known such heights.
There they are.
Forward.
That's gotta be a mod thing.
Forward.
I say take it with you.
I would know if free fire arrows existed in the base game.
Come on. Let's push through. All right. How's that?
That was brilliant.
All right, we did
See
it.
the enclosure.
Ow.
Charging it.
Hit him right in the weak spot. Good job.
One of your mods reduced the map-wide fire arrow spell to only cost 1 gem? 1 gem. 1 gem.
Time for some close. Come on. Charging it. Let's push through.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Free
That's
fire
all
in a
of
jar.
them.
Free fire
We're
arrows for
safe
the rest
for
of
the
forever.
time
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right. How's that? Come on.
Did it.
I actually just ended a Warhammer game. And I found out in that game that the dwarves have engineers that auto-cast every single turn,
Just keep
auto-cast
moving.
a single square buff that is the fire arrows buff. So if you just have like 5 or 6 of them in an army,
There they are.
they just sit there and,
Charging it.
you know, crossbows only fire once every 2 turns anyways.
You can always
So
toss it
in a
later.
matter of like 5 or 6 turns, they've just like blanketed a shit ton of your fucking army in fire arrows. For free. I say for mother fucking
Push
glitch.
through.
Nice find.
Again!
Right
like
there.
it's
Alright, we're gonna go
I
after the
knew
other
I
guy
could
later.
count on you.
I see the enclosure. Come on. Charging it.
Was well done.
Try to remember him on the way back. Does he glitch through the wall?
There they are. Forward. Time for some close. Forward. Charging it. Forward.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
Got a raid and run? I appreciate you stopping by and bringing your community. Always a pleasure.
Charging it. Come on. Time for some close up. Push through.
Exemplary.
All right. How's that? There they Charging it.
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
Money, 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 money. Money. I didn't see that guy on the way back.
What?
All right.
Let's head back.
He was probably there. I probably just skipped him. Ah, well. Okay, we're gonna do another one, and then we're probably gonna Ariadne out. And I think that will probably be it. We will do a safety save here on our way out, just in case we,
Forward.
you know, past 9 days
That'll
and
do it.
everything goes horrendously wrong and we get our asses completely flopped.
There they Charging it. Time for some
And
close
if that's
up.
the case, then we'll come back
Training has paid
and
off.
we will see if we can adjust that. But, you know, I feel pretty good considering we did the last 2 dungeons
Charging
under
it.
the effects
Time for
of
some close.
Storm,
Charging it.
and it was rough, don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but we
nice
still
work.
did it.
Come on.
You know, I feel pretty good about where we're at right now. When we were in the Caradrius, it didn't feel
The
like
power coursing through me.
Right there.
there was a challenge, but it didn't feel like anything was like insurmountable, basically.
I didn't know I had it in me.
All right. How's that? Let's push through. Come on.
That was well done.
I think that's
There
all.
they are. Forward. Let's push through.
I can feel my power growing.
Come on.
All right, we did it.
Right there. Close up. Charging it. Forward.
Your training has paid off.
All right. How's that? Come on.
I think that's all of them.
I see Charging it. Forward.
I imagine that would be a feat.
Charging it. Time for some close combat. Charging it.
We made short work of them.
All right. Right there. Forward. Charging it. Let's push through.
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
There they are. Time for some close combat.
Hey, good one.
Charging it.
Yeah, nice work.
Right there. Charging it. Time for some close. Forward.
I
I
knew
see
I'd
the
get
end of
on
some
the
close.
Great find. Keep it.
There they are. Charging it. All right. How's
We
that?
against this.
Right there. Forward. Come on. Charging it. All right. How's that?
Chimera armor?
Push through. There they are. Time for some close combat.
Nice find. Looks like
Excuse me? What? Chimera armor. 220 defense. That's the second highest we fucking have. And plus 5 to endurance. That's not bad. Hot shit. If we had gotten that back when we were here, that would have been really nice. Alright, we will 660, 181, 18. How many Magla pills did we get? Feels like we got a lot. 77? Yeah. We got like 50 of them. Pretty nice. Ariadne's, let's get out of here.
In that case.
Leave it to me.
Okay, we are gonna head back. We're gonna safety save here. This is our old safety save before we came here. Let's safety save on 6. Just in case. And we are going to leave.
Hey,
Turn it down.
right?
It is time to go back and actually do some stuff. I need a beer. Alrighty. Back at the Brylehaven Tavern.
That candidate.
Yeah, that is the 3rd loss that she's suffered.
Right. All right.
Alright. I feel like
Time
we've got some
marches
decent
on,
options
and
going
the
on for
age
us.
of a new king draws nearer.
So fingers crossed, and hopefully whatever happens at the Caradrius doesn't turn into like a big clusterfuck.
Well then.
Oi there!
But first, we need to turn in some quests.
All right then.
Alright,
All
Matt.
right then.
Let's go. Yeah?
Oh, this blooming heat.
How grand. Yeah?
This is Toothbrush Guy, right? Here you go!
Proper aces.
The legendary toothbrush. Oh my god.
Thanks, mate.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, 15k. I'm not gonna argue over it. When your teeth hurt, you can't enjoy food. You can't enjoy going outside. Felt like I couldn't get any joy of life out of life anymore. That's valid. I found this weird glowing bug! Yeah! That's the real reward.
Just can't stand it.
Tooth monsters are very real. It's a metaphor!
Righto.
Not what I meant. Tooth monsters are very real. Alright. Popularity? We're at 32! Okay,
All right.
next up.
Let's go.
Oh shit, is it a Sunday? Is it a Sunday fun day? We already have...
What now?
It is. It's an Idols Day. We're not gonna buy anything. We already have everything that we want, I believe.
Real cheap.
Where's Jay when I need him to sass me for spending exorbitant amounts of
Real
money
cheap.
on food? Actually, I need to sell stuff. Hey, 47k.
Now then.
Not your
Got a
money.
bargain
That's fair.
today.
No, it's not. It's not gonna become a clusterfuck. It's gonna be fine. Don't put that evil on me. It's gonna be fine.
Say there.
It's an ebony
This
horn.
is a joy.
Mission accomplished.
All right.
Some fucking courage.
Love it. Huh?
All right then.
That guy's gonna. That guy's dead. That guy's definitely gonna get
All right,
himself
then.
killed.
Let's go.
Definitely gonna get himself killed. I wonder, do we have enough beetles to turn it?
Hey there.
8 more and we get Clawbreaker. Okay.
No, lovely, innit?
Wait a second.
Okay.
Really now?
Yeah?
This guy?
Amazing.
Aha.
What?
Yes, the stories of me panicking inside the Forsaken Tower as I have to fight these giants without the ability to exploit their weaknesses. Ba-da-ba-da.
A fine.
Hmm?
Oh.
All right.
Okay, where are we heading now? Deeds and Diversions. Chalice and the Brew. Ah, right. The Recruitment Center. Okay.
All right then.
Let's go.
Welcome. Impressive.
Hell. It's... No, it's gonna go well. It's gonna go fine. Come on, Crimson, please. It'll be fine.
We did it.
Hello, Dodus. You visiting me? Ugh. You need a treat. You need a treat. You need a treat in return for visiting me. Would you like a little tasty snack? Of course, the baby from all the way on the other side of the house. No, no. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. This is Odie's. Stop it. Stop. God damn, you are a greedy ass cat. Let's see if he will eat for the camera. That's it. Got it. You have food aggression. You're a bad baby. You're a bad baby with food aggression. I don't have... I don't... No, that's it. I don't have any more. There is no more. You're a bad baby.
All right.
Mm. Nice.
Exactly.
Okay, now
All right,
we can go back.
Go.
Turn that in. No. He's not highly skilled. He's a fake pushover. He has no idea what's going on. He's a chump.
Mission accomplished.
Thanks.
Well, that settles that.
Eh.
All right,
Alright,
let's go.
Night Prowler. I kind of feel like going... Can I go
Let's
in?
not.
No. I kind of feel like this guy's shady. Yeah, fuck it.
Hang on. Mission accomplished.
Thank you.
Oh, come on.
That is a challenge.
Right.
Alright.
What now?
Item. What was it? Chef's Coke? Ooh, prevent stays! That would have been useful. Okay, we have other requests. Relic search. We have the relic. Oh, no. That's ongoing. We found a relic, we turned that in. Queen of Cuisine Heart. We need to bring her mellow milk. Okay. Well,
All right then.
let's
Where to?
head to Martira. Is that the
Let's go.
butcher lady? I don't remember. Hello, Mayokai! I will pet this a-hole cat. This asshole baby cat with food aggression. Who chased away my poor Otis because I gave out treats. How's Metaphor? It's going well. I'm having a good time. I'm hoping
That's nice of you.
that Luis doesn't kick my ass.
This is on sale, right?
Where is this Queen of
That's
Cuisine
nice of you.
thing going on?
Stop that at once.
What's going on in the plot? We have a couple days left until we are supposed to steal the scroll from Luis on the Caradrius. So, about where I was a month and a half ago. I haven't been playing as much. Who the am I? Where is this lady?
I can't believe it.
Oh, is she in the inn? Is that the thing that I'm trying to remember. Oh, yes, it's her.
Hey?
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Thank you very much for the Prime sub, Zidane. I appreciate it. I got cat hair everywhere. It's everywhere. It's stuck to me. It's you. It's you. You're the problem. It's you. It is you. Baby kitty. Kitty baby. Oh.
Hey, you.
Oh.
All right then.
Hold up.
Go.
Hold up a minute. I don't actually know what requires mellow milk. That doesn't require mellow milk. Oni stew requires mellow milk. Benevolent bread requires mellow milk.
Really?
Also, get banned! Damn it. Damn-a-lit. Okay. This doesn't have a deadline. So I'm not gonna worry about it at the moment. Which means, side quests turned in. Oh, we gotta raise General to 15. Can be completed by anyone. I actually think aren't I close on someone already? 9. 6. We're close on us. Something to keep in mind. Okay.
All right, then.
What are we doing? We are gonna say. It is time to start doing character quests, I think. Yeah. Let's Stroll, Hulkenberg, Heisme, Maria, Barden. Still missing 3 people. I feel so strongly that at least 2 of these are going to be playable characters. I'm so positive that Juna is going to be a playable character. But I don't know about anybody else. All right, let's go. I mean, Heisme's right here. Let's talk to Heisme.
Ah, it's you.
Let's do it.
My
Let's
thanks.
fucking do it. What are you looking at? Huh? What are you looking at? Huh? 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 Victims of those dark doings at the castle, perhaps my boy would find solace here among many of his own age. Seems they don't cremate their dead here. I want my son feeling out of place, being the only child here in singed pieces. Hard enough for a boy his age to fit in. Shall we look somewhere else?
That means.
My thanks.
Oh yeah.
My apologies.
How about somewhere deeper in the forest, if you don't mind indulging me just a bit further? Absolutely. We can travel the ends of the earth to find a place you feel is appropriate to lay your son to rest.
Now,
Pattering footsteps from beasts among the trees, the smell of animal waste. I can feel them eyeing us from the shadows. He'd not be lonely, but no, I don't think so.
true,
Can't stand the thought of hungry beasts disturbing his grave.
we shouldn't.
It's still too early to make a decision. I'd like to look at other locations if you don't mind. No problem.
Got it.
Absolutely no problem.
My thanks. The truth is,
All UGF travel far and wide to find the perfect resting place. Some build an altar at home, some scatter the bones in the sea, some bury them beneath a great tree. That said, most simply bury the bones in the village's communal cemetery. After all that contemplation, they come back to where they started. Those people used to irritate me to no end when I was younger. I loathed their indecision, looked down on them.
but
As I got on in years, I came to understand something. Not so easy to overcome the death of someone's close. That's why when you lose someone, you need time for that very hesitation. I've certainly found I do. Haste will not ease my woes.
even so,
Sad. That being said, this isn't your concern. You've already done more than enough for me. We can take our time.
It'll be fine.
listen,
Are you certain? You truly are an oddball.
then
And you are my friend. Might we take the Gauntlet Runner again? This time I'd like to see somewhere full of open space. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm just imagining things. What's the matter?
What happened?
no,
Looks just like a place my son loved.
my son.
I think it was around the time he finally started walking. Even when he stumbled and fell, he always leapt right back up. It's all smiles. He would chase bugs through grass far taller than him, laughing even when he fell, bringing me flowers and pebbles clutched tight in his little fist. I'm gonna cry. No. Even now, is as he might burst out of the grass at any moment, beaming and covered in burrs. But I know it's just an empty fantasy. Fuck! Heismay is best boy. I love Heismay so much. My god. I'm actually pulling out eyelashes right now. I promise I'm not crying. I'm close to crying, but I'm not crying. The eyelashes. Wait. Now I look like a liar. Focus, camera! Well, that's unconvincing. I do this all the time. I have, like, eyelash issues. They get, like, loose and then they, like, poke me in the eye. Fucking weird. I'm sure it's because I, like, don't take good care of them. Are you okay?
Everything okay?
Yes. My apologies.
Didn't mean for you to see me like that, but yes, this would be a fine place for him. Silence is peaceful, the wind is gentle. Feels a place wholly apart from the nightmare of our world. I'm sure my son would love it. Would love it too. He always loved to run, even with the wind in his face. And yet, his son would love it, but he doesn't want to let go.
The truth is,
I have one thing holding me back, and it's myself! I'm the problem, it's me! Ah! That sweet smell on the wind reminds me of a faraway hill where my hometown lies. Just remembered it.
What?
No.
It occurred to me, yes, but I've not visited even once since I left. Sincerely doubt they'd welcome me back.
Oh,
The wind blows in my home, sweeter than any I've known. Why don't we visit?
Let's go.
but...
You're right. Not let my floundering deprive my boy of his proper place.
I'm in your debt.
Walking this ground with you, I find myself determined to return home again. Feels like something I'd never have realized alone. I am grateful our paths crossed. Oh, I'm teary. The aloof hermit Heisme, keeper and heritor of the thief's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom.
A new power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny.
I must come to a decision.
We can now study the assassin. Hell yes. Thank you for putting up with my indecisiveness. Let's head to my village another day. Call upon me when you can spare the time.
Homeward, then.
For today, let us rejoin our comrades. Oh, sadness hero. My goodness. Why you gotta be like this, Heisme? Brigitte. Oh. Brigitte. Oh, hey, Alonzo. Where the fuck are you? I don't even know where you are. Alright, let's save. Emotional damage.
I'm just incredulous.
Young man, hey!
Then...
Pleased to hear that.
Play me some music.
Oh. Let me perform for you.
I need a cooldown period. I also need the cat hair out of my damn face. You long-haired baby boy. This is your fault. This is all your fault. I gotta stop touching him. Every time I touch him, I just come away with more cat hair. I need you to let me brush you. You let me brush you? You want to play too much. Your hair is kind of thick. Getting some hair out of it though. We're getting some hair out of it. Quit that. Let me just brush you. Stop it. I'm not playing with you. I'm grooming. Grooming. Quit that. Sit back down. Look at you with that sleek fur now. Look at you with that sleek fur now. Oh, you quit that. You quit that. Stop it. Not quite as brushable as the Dotus, but you still got a lot of hair. Can I help you? You looking all sleek? Will you let me brush you if you're in my lap? Tail really needs to be brushed. I'm brushing the cat. You're a little purr boy right now. Alright, I'll leave you be, kitty cat. I'll leave you be. Okay, let's go visit... Let's take a look, actually. Brigida is 4. At 5... we get a guild discount, so receive a discount at weapon, armor, and igniter shops. I would like that. Alonzo is only rank 1. We get Faker Enlightenment, so reduced cost of studying the Faker lineage. Let's go talk to Brigida first. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's pop over to Gloam Hall.
Say there.
Oh, we should sell.
Now then. Now then.
Oh, right. Reduces turn icon cost of the guard command by half. Able to perform 2 consecutive actions. Actions still use turn icons as normal. That's really cool. I was mostly interested in finishing out things like this. So, getting 3 of these. getting 3 of these. And probably getting 4 of these. Alright, so now we have a full party's worth of prevention going on. Alright, now we go back to Brigida.
Ah, just you. But
Made myself clear, you have no reason to come here anymore. But if you really want, if you insist on joining me on the road to hell, then there is a place I'd like to go. Ooh, we have to have 3 courage. I'll go wherever you're going.
you.
You'd go to such lengths for me. Then will you come with me? Let's fucking do it. Come this way. We better be crucifying some dog nappers. The ones who took my dog, the anti-igniter extremists, the church has just discovered their base. What are you planning?
What?
So reductive.
I go to great lengths for you because I want cool shit? No, I go to great lengths for you because you let me pet your dog and then some dog nappers napped your dog and I'm pissed about it, honestly. Other people, I go to great lengths for because they give me cool shit. Brigida, I'm all in on the punish the dog nappers train of thought. Even the church knew what I'd do with this information. That's why they sent it to me. Apparently, this faction's base is based in a small village fairly close to Grand Trad. I'm going to go there and eradicate all of them. I will kill every last one of those extremists. No survivors. And once they get to hell, they can look my dog in the eyes and beg her forgiveness. I'm down. I'm normally very like, everyone has, reasons, and maybe we should talk to them, and blah, 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 blah. You kidnapped someone's dog and presumably murdered it. Now, if we get there and the dog is alive and perfectly happy, blah, 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 we'll change tactics. Have I ever thought about getting a dog? I used to own dogs when I was a kid. I love dogs. I would get a dog, but it would have to be under the right circumstances, right? So right now, because we have so many indoor cats, we would have to, if we had an indoor dog, it would have to be a very mellow, relaxed dog that was okay with cats and that the cats were okay with. And that's complex, right? That isn't a given every single time. And so the flip side would be, okay, we'll have an outdoor dog. The issue with having an outdoor dog is we have 50,000 stray cats that we take care of in our backyard. So that's also generally not a good idea at the moment. But I would love to have a dog just in general. I am more of a cat person, but I do love dogs. I'll string their corpses up, 3 days and 3 nights exposed to the elements. Long enough for everyone to see what happens if you cross me.
You get it.
And I'd like you to help me punish them. In exchange, I'll support you however I can from here on. No! No! Give me the option! Damn it, game. Damn it, game. Give me the option to just say yes. Give me the option to just be like, okay. I like huskies. They're I would say barking, but it's not barking. Their yowling does not actually bother me. But I do think it would be complicated for the amount of time that I stream and record things. So that would be a complication. I could work around it, but it would be a complication. The other issue is I need, one of the reasons why I like cats is dogs need and deserve a lot of attention, and breeds like huskies are especially kind of in that vein of they need and want your attention, and I only have so much attention. Like, I only have so many spoons before I'm out of spoons, right? So I probably would not get a husky, although I think they're awesome, you know. Please think this through. Need to tell her the truth or she'll never fully trust me. I explained to her that I entered not to take the throne, but to raise someone else who could forge a better future for our country. Expect me to believe in that nonsense. But for you to speak such words at this point would mean your goal of seizing the throne is no lie, at least.
As it is.
Fine, if that's how it must be, then I will spare no expense to see you fall. The throne ill suits a wretch who can look past the butchery of a dog. I want to say yes! I want to tell you that I will come with you and kill all of these dog murderers! I want that! I feel like we got a hardliner. You would slaughter an entire f***ing village?
Hang on.
What are you after?
What do you get with clean hands? The equality you prize so highly? I'll tell you what it means to me. Equality means that those who kill will be killed. I don't want to lose anything else I care about. It's hot in here. Un momento. Does that say 76? I'm gonna lose my shit again. God damn it. Fucking 76 ass degrees in here. Why did you do that? Why did you just climb up my leg? Huh? Why did you just climb up my leg? You can easily jump into my lap. You do it all the time. Why did you choose to climb my leg this time? I am going to shake the baby. Get out of here. Alright. I don't want to lose anything else I care about. You still need to be careful.
Although,
I think caution should win the day. What do you truly understand? You have no idea how much comfort she brought me. They ripped that away from me, and you say I should just allow it? I don't feel like I'm picking the right answers here. Fine. I'll not do something so unsightly in front of you.
In any case.
I'm going to their base, but I won't kill them right away. I'll find out who did this. We'll try to negotiate clearly and openly, and if that doesn't work, then I'll murder them and we can move on. That's the most I can promise you. Take my gauntlet, runner. Dangers of the night be damned. If we break down, so be it.
Obviously.
You come as well, and see for yourself. If you're going to try and drag me into the light, then you deserve to see what happens. Cats are some kind of creatures. What about the 5,000-year-old... What? Okay, I just gotta look it up. I just gotta look it up. What? Oh. I'm not into... I mean, I don't knock them, but I'm not very into hairless dogs. Or hairless cats. They're fine. And this particular one looks like a very, like, sleek, elegant breed. But I like an animal with some fur on them. She lit me onto the runner she lives in, and we went to their base. Brigida stayed silent for the whole trip. We arrived at a small settlement located close to Grand Trad. Oh, no, it's a bunch of you chiefs. This the place?
You there.
I am Brigida. I'm the scoundrel selling magic igniters all across the land. Ow! Fucking cat! Oh, the igniter merchants again. Our village really doesn't have the money to buy any. I'm sorry to keep turning you away, but...
Wait.
What are you talking about? You're one of the church's dealers. They keep trying to sell us on igniters, but I keep refusing them. It's the church! Less hair to clean, though? That's true. Less hair to clean, more sunscreen to buy. Honestly, actually, that's a good point. I have so much cat hair in the house, like, I can sweep daily and still come away with, like, a handful of, like, the large fistfuls of cat hair from all about our house. It's crazy.
Huh?
The church has been here several times. They've never reported that to me.
Out with it.
So if I said that merchants of igniters should face the wrath of God, you wouldn't agree.
It can't be.
Fucking church. The fucking church. Set up motherfuckers. We don't have anything to do with igniters at all. It's not something that ever really comes up here.
Really?
Hey, miss, you sell magic
How
igniters?
nice.
Brilliant. Papa, I want an igniter.
Enough.
See, say no more. You have been conned! This is no hideout. They know nothing. Not something you can hide in a village such as this. I've been getting detailed reports on the anti-igniter group's movements from the church. Now I'm not certain such a force even exists.
If
If it was all a lie, then what does the church get out of it? About selling more magic igniters?
in any case.
I take it back. There'll be no killing today. If you hadn't stopped me, I'd probably have ordered my private army. You have a private army to burn this place to the ground. I'm glad you were here with me. Okay, we got 3 pits. I
I'm
think
glad
we're
to
actually
have
gonna
you at my
load.
side. But
My dog was taken from me, and I'll chase the scum to the ends of the earth.
nonetheless,
This is my job, not yours. So our business together is concluded. Do we need the excuse of business? Why wouldn't we? You really are a strange one.
speaking of,
You mentioned earlier of your true aims for the throne. I thought it a clumsy lie, but it does bring to mind a certain someone for me. After a king is crowned, it would be nigh impossible to put another on the throne. However, if my suspicions are correct, none could deny the claim. Oh shit! Oh shit! She's a keen one!
that's why
If you are willing to throw yourself into battle for that cause, then I shall support you all the same.
yes.
6 pips. What semi-hairless cat? What? A Donskoy? Oh, no. Yeah, those are the types of cats that I'm like, ew. Ew. It's even the ones that have a little bit of hair are worse than the ones that are completely hairless, because they just look like some bad shit is going on with them. They just look patchy and ugh. The babies look cute, but I do not like the look of the older hairless kitty cats. You like to come, then come. When I'm around you, much to my surprise, I find that even I still have a beating heart. Come if you wish. Okay. We got 6 pips out of that.
On, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I'm gonna probably load and see if different choices give us different pips there.
Hey, listen!
Can we actually, like, do the Colosseum now? That would be cool.
Well then.
Boy there!
Alright,
What now?
gonna save here.
What now?
We're gonna load here. Did we save before we bought the stuff?
What now? Alright then.
Let's go!
Just go check. It's easy to check.
See!
We did not.
Yeah. Now then. Now then. All right.
Now we're gonna save here. We got 6 pips out of that. What about a Chihuahua? I am not a big fan. Primarily because other members of my family and friends have had them before.
But
And if you get a good one that's chill, they're fine. But the breed just tends to be hyperactive and agitated, and I don't like that.
the truth is,
What?
so reductive.
Alright, that was 1. Do you not know the connection between the church and igniters? They make it so that we get along in the depths of this filth. Apparently, okay.
You get it, right?
I refuse.
As it is.
Don't think it was
No.
right. And how you feel.
In any case,
2, so that's 3 right there.
of if
To harass you.
in any case,
That's 3, 4.
I'm glad to have you at my side. But nonetheless,
No, no.
what? Speaking of, that's what. Yes.
Alright, well that was 7 pips to 6 pips, so that went better. We'll take it. I don't know what the pips are, but I have like sneaking suspicions. So I'm trying to be
Time
cognizant
marches
of
on, and the
conversations
age of a
with
new
characters
king
now.
draws nearer.
Because I have a feeling that that's like some, hidden mechanic of how, right? Like just we've done a situation where like the character progression happens anyways, right? Just by doing their quest. But I have a sneaking suspicion that there's like a hidden favor relationship, like how much they like you scenario is the pips that you're getting, and I'm wondering if that comes into play sometime. Question mark. So yeah, trying to get a feel for that.
Oi there.
All right, we'll save that. What do we want to do now? We've got 7 days.
All right then.
We still have Stroll, Hulkenberg, Maria, and Barden. So that's 4 days. We have Alonso as well that we can fit in on a particular day. Ooh, nice.
All right then.
I also kind of want to check out the...
Let's go.
Go here real quick. We're going to check the stone.
Young man. Stay there.
Aha.
Oh, I think those are fine.
Fancy you look?
So obviously, right, like I have the whole opinion of, animals intentionally bred to a certain point where they have health defects is a bad thing, a net negative in the world, and it shouldn't be done. The thing about it is it, right, like I would prefer to not support that type of scenario, but if I happened upon one of those dogs, I would not love it any less, I would not care for it any less, but I tend to not give money to organizations that breed those types of animals or stuff like that, basically.
Beg pardon?
I want to check
Now
the
what am I to do?
thing.
Stop!
I came for the King's Rock.
Hang on. Isn't that...
Really? Fuck ass is still number 3 there?
Let's see.
I want my face on the goddamn rock.
Now what am I to do?
That's what I want. I want that so much. The idea that you deliberately breed an animal that will have respiratory problems its whole life because you think the trait looks cute makes you a bad person. Not sorry. I think it's less black and white than that. I think that is a extremely salient point, and that is correct for probably the majority of individuals that are a part of that. But there's always like exceptions to the rule. I would be willing to guarantee that there are people that are in the breeding community that try to work for a better situation, but also, it can be difficult to move out of what your livelihood is, even if you know that it's a net negative,
Blast this heat.
right? If that makes sense. But from a general standpoint, I would say, yes, I agree with you.
Blast this heat.
Oh yeah, there are absolutely groups that are trying to breed the scenario out, right? Like breeding them with, like, take pit bulls for example, right? Breeding them with animals that
Pardon?
will get them closer to their original bodily structure, help get rid of some of their problems, etc., etc. While also there are groups out there that are just fighting against the groups that are specifically breeders, right? So I think there is nothing wrong. Like, if you are a person who looks at a bulldog and you're like, I love this animal, it's so cute, I'm gonna own one and I'm gonna care for it and I'm gonna do everything I can for it and give it the best life I can. You're fine, right? That is not a bad person.
Blast this heat.
That is a person whose biology is being taken advantage of by individuals, breeders, who have been doing this for hundreds of years, depending on the case of the dogs, right? In order to take advantage of people's biological, like, mindsets, right? So I get people who are like, a bulldog isn't cute to me in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but there's a reason why these animals get bred this way, and that is because most people do find these types of breeds to be cute. So people who are, I don't want to say victims of the system, because they're not really victims of the system. The animals are victims of the system. But people who get caught up in the system aren't inherently bad people. It's human greed at the end of the day, right? Like, it's people who are like, yeah, I'm absolutely going to keep doing this because it makes me money, right? Specifically searching out and buying an animal with that trait, you're encouraging the continued breeding of that trait, so they do hold some fault. Yes, but it also turns into, like, a knowledge standpoint, right? Like, so you have to keep in mind the concept of does a person, ignorance is not evil, right? So a person who grows up and is like, I saw my neighbor had a bulldog when I was 7, and I fell in love with bulldogs, and I have always wanted a bulldog, blah, 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 etc., right? Like, that does not inherently make a person bad, right? And the other fact of the matter is that in this particular moment, there are X number of bulldogs that are already bred, right? If everyone in the world just stopped purchasing them, sure, the entire system collapses, but also those bulldogs probably just get killed, right? Like, they just get euthanized, right? Because that's what would happen. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen because the whole system is not going to just suddenly collapse because people are not just going to all at once suddenly never buy a bulldog ever again. But that's the concept. So, like, I would caution the concept of such a black and white outlook. You can buy an animal, just keeping the concept of bulldogs because that's a good, focal point, right? You could, all of us could, go buy bulldogs and take care of those animals and fight against the breeding system, right? You can do both. It's not mutually exclusive. By buying a bulldog, you are not like the evil of the world and immediately on the bad side. You can actively do both. You can buy from breeders that specifically are trying to phase things out, right? But there's still going to be animals that are bred even when you're phasing. It's not like I have a bulldog, I have another dog, I have them breed, and suddenly it's a new perfect dog. No, that shit takes generations, right? So you could buy from a breeder that is, hey, it's our mission to breed things out, etc., right? How can you claim to love an animal but also inflict lifelong health issues on it over physical traits you may like, right? There's no easy and quick solution. That's what I'm saying, is it's a very gray scenario. So, which is why I caution the concept of like approaching it with a very black and white, right and wrong kind of like mentality is difficult to actually do, right? The generalized concept is that, yes, breeding animals like that is bad, and you shouldn't support that system. But those animals exist, and they need to be taken care of, and you can do that while also fighting against the system, right? You can donate to charities that work against that type of shit. You can try to buy from breeders that are trying to phase that out or kind of like work through that kind of concept, etc., right? Like there are myriad shades of gray along the way. So.
Blast this heat.
All right, let's do. I want to focus on our main ones. Let's go do Hulkenberg real quick.
Now then.
I'm just incredulous.
Okay, we're gonna save.
Are you free?
What ought we do today? Whatever the specifics, 'twould be prudent to use our time in improving our chances and building our strength. Give the time, shall we continue our training? You know, despite Stroll's little outburst the other day, he's been quite diligent in his training since. You can't fall behind now. Let's fucking
Speaking
do it.
of,
I recall our practice swords were broken. Shall we go and buy some new ones at the capital's weapon shop? It would be a simple thing to teleport there, yes? Yeah! Glad we found some sturdier sparring swords. Hopefully they shall win me some measure of redemption for the other day.
Listen!
On the authority of the Knight's Order, your crime shall be repaid with death. That voice. That Rodenthal. Rodante. Rodante. Is my former comrade that we met before. Is he being put to death? He's being put to death. For what?
wait.
Do it. Hold. It isn't Hulkenberg. I'll ask you not to interrupt my duties. This is your duty? What Knight Commander presides over executions?
Speak no more.
Is only... Okay, he's presiding. He's not being executed. It's only right. Those who would do this nation harm shall be punished. What is he accused of?
So then,
Treason. This fool, a petty officer of the military police, slandered the honor of the Royal Knights. Slander is punishable by death? Fuck you. Honor? What honor? The Royal Knights of today are honorless. You've forgotten any oath to the throne. Now you're just dogs barking on command. You're gonna whip him and then hang him? Wow, you're an ass.
You.
Cannot be serious. This insolence is why you would have him killed. This, after all the trifling sinners you sent to the gallows. Righteous fury rings false from a hypocrite's mouth.
Heed my words.
Treason's only reward is death. Therein lies atonement, whether for the knights or the people. They could kill you for any reason they liked. Unless you all stand up and riot and kill them first. This is beyond outrageous. You've authorized nothing less than public butchery. That fucking ha ha ha. That sounds very Fire Emblem to me. I don't know why. Maintaining the capital's order is the knight's duty. 'Tis only natural that we punish those who spread lies.
You
sold your soul to the Sanctists? Were you blinded by the prospects you'd win by their coronation? It hardly matters who takes the throne, so long as the royal knights still stand to flank it. This, you see, is the role of one who has risen to the post of knight commander. One's burdens are different from those of the freewheeling and the frivolous like yourself. On another topic, have I heard of Fatal from Another Time When Another Land? Another Time, Another Land. It's an RPG book. Fatal. I have not. Originally stood for fantasy adventure to adult lechery. I have not. Known for its graphic, violent, and sexual content. Yeah, I have not heard of that. Described as the Necronomicon of role-playing games, fundamentally broken in its attitude towards sexuality and characterized by bitter misogyny. God damn, that is a rough review. Holy shit.
You cur.
I love cur being used as a insult. Infinite cower, you poisoned toad. Is this the shape of your so-called loyalty?
Whoops.
Bold words. One would almost think you and your friends seek the hangman's noose yourself. Yeah, fucking try it. Try it. It's bad? Really bad? Oh, good to know. Try if that's what you want.
What?
See, your whelp hasn't learned to hold his tongue. Pity stays my hand today, but there will not be a next time, Hulkenberg. Okay. We're counting our pits.
It's wrong.
Power is not a tool to torment and kill the innocent. It is meant to guide the weak and vulnerable, that each and every one of us might live together in a better country.
Apologies.
I apologize, I forced you into my troubles again. He's the bad guy here. 1 pip. All the same, I'm glad you're here with me. Who knows what would have happened had I been alone. Somewhere in my heart, I'd expected he might still understand me. I would count such blind faith among my weaknesses.
Listen.
Should it ever be me who strays from the path of virtue, I only ask that you remind me of my purpose under any circumstance. And I entrust this to you. Yes.
You have given me such strength. The truth is,
I'm partly to blame for Rodant's brutality. Day has already left me exhausted. We'll speak more of this another time, away from prying ears. Questionable. Alright, we only got a single pip out of that.
Interesting.
So...
What now?
Let's load and try that again. Because 1 pip does not feel like the correct
speaking.
answers. But who knows? I don't.
Speak no more.
What harm?
So then,
Whoops.
hang on a second.
What? This wrong.
The correct answers are whatever you think you'd say. You think there's a guide that just tells you the answers that you get the most mag? Ah, well, you know. Look, it be what it be.
Apologies.
Nothing.
Listen,
Oh,
Listen. You have given me such... The truth is,
alright, that didn't really change anything.
Interesting.
what now?
I would rather go back to my original choices then. Ooh.
I'm just
are you free?
Speak no more. Whoops.
Apologies.
Listen,
You have given me... The truth is...
Ooh. My nose. Ooh. Alright, it's
Interesting.
Alonzo time.
Interesting.
Where the fuck he be? He's still... Oh, no. He moved. To Brylehaven. Hello, Alonzo.
Greetings.
Like to hear about your journey so far, if you don't mind telling me. You have certain information that I find... Information I'd very much like to know. With an outpouring of wisdom, I briefly outline my journey so far for Alonzo. We were watching a YouTuber named Zigmintotep. And one of the things he does is making characters of different RPG games, and Fatal was one, and boy howdy, it was interesting. It took him 4 one-hour videos and over 300 rolls and 600 dice to make one using a 1,000-page book. Christ. Okay. At that point, if that's the case, I had better know every single thing about that character. That character better be like 25, 30 years old, and I better know every single thing about that character. Everything had better be statted out. That's wild. That's too much. That's too much. I'll make a character in 10 minutes. Very keen to know more of these experiences if you'd indulge me. Have you some free time right now? Let's do it. Marvelous, thank you. Follow me. I know a great spot. I don't trust you. Aha! We're in the place.
I see.
Very intriguing. So an external force protects the candidates. For outsiders like myself, it's rather difficult to get a hold of accurate information pertaining to the royal magic of the tournament for the throne. Information's quite the weapon, you know. All the more reason meeting you has been such a boon.
Understand?
In fact, if you really wanted to take down the other candidates, the most effective method would be investigating their families and homes for info you can use. No. Alonzo, no. More than you bargained for, I imagine, after the description I read about the game. quite effective against blackguards who hide their misdeeds naturally, but outstandingly so against good, upstanding family folk. To threaten them? Alonzo. You and I are not in the same business, my friend. I couldn't do
What's
that.
that about?
But of course.
I know it's not your nature, but still, not every weapon has a pointed end. A villain will always strike where it hurts most, like snakes, and those I associate with are usually the most venomous kind.
Hmm?
Speak of the devil, here comes one such associate now.
Oi!
How's the client situation looking?
Yeah.
We've 20 at present, no delays securing their contracts. Arrangements have been made should any default on payments. So you're not all talk? No, my lord. You know, me lord may have taken a shine to you. But let me make something clear. One false move, and I promise I'll flay you alive myself. Understand, Cuculus? I hate that name.
Ridiculous.
He's an underling of the landowner I'm working with. He's exceedingly cautious, as you might expect. And for some reason, he still doesn't trust me. Can't blame him, really. Said landowner is my true target. He's a foul one. He's been trying to take advantage of the struggle for the throne to net a huge fortune. Ambitious sorts all over the country are using the tournament to rise up in the world, and this landowner is their lender, turning tidy profits. I am his middleman. Of course, the landowner only lends because he knows he'll collect, so when he realizes he can't, why, that's an awful lot of money to disappear into the void. And that's your aim, then?
What?
Now then.
I'll spare you the details, but the man's money will end up in my coffers eventually. It's a curious thing. People are never more vulnerable to tricks than when they think they're playing ones themselves. That's actually fairly true. When all's said and done, it'll be his loss and my gain. But I do mean gain. And I do mean gain. Enough to buy a small village, really. But why do such a thing?
My.
Why indeed? Perhaps I can trust you with that.
Oi.
Yes.
Don't worry, he has my confidence.
Listen.
That flunky you talked to earlier, he's snooping around the village.
What?
Hey!
I gave him the slip before he saw me, but this is bad, Alonzo. If they find out how you're connected to the village, then...
No.
My hometown or not, there's no way they'll catch on to what I'm up to now. He'll turn up nothing, and that'll be the end of it. You need to relax.
Yeah.
All the same, you should pack your things in case things go south. I'll bring you the money to stash soon. Yeah, I would imagine. Jesus Christ. Look, I'm not one to kink shame anyone. There is a game for everyone. There is a not game for everyone. If there's people out there that are really into it, have at it. As long as you're happy, healthy, and not hurting anyone else. The 3 H's, you're good to go. I hadn't expected him to move so quickly, even went as far as digging up my roots. Everything alright?
You...
If push comes to shove, I may end up needing your help. Or muscle, that is. My little doodle arms? I'm trying to buy my hometown with the money I'm bilking from the landowner. He's the one who's bleeding my village dry to begin with. I've got to make this piece of my deception succeed at all costs. It would save the whole poverty-stricken village.
Hey.
When are you free? How about you come check on the village with me? I've got a strange nagging feeling about this. Okay.
Leave it to me.
Thank you, truly. Mother.
Did he just say mother? My hometown's a small village. It's nearby, in fact. If it were up to me, we'd head there straight away. Alas, I know you have a schedule of your own. Even so, I implore you, please do not delay for too long. I'll be waiting. I will come to you tomorrow night, if I can.
Time marches on,
I'd-
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I'd go right now.
Well then.
Oi there!
Oi there! Let's go see Barton.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you've come.
Have you a moment? There's a matter I'd like to discuss with you.
Thank you.
Many thanks to ye for being so kind. Myself, I just seem to get lost thinking about it. How he tries to reason his rules and why things are the way they are.
The truth is,
It's that. Presumably, I've no knowledge about the scenario, but just reading a brief synopsis, if it's labeled as criticized for extreme misogyny, yeah, there's probably some underlying issues there. I wanted to consult with ye on all this blether about picking a new ruler for the town. Of course, ruler isn't quite the word. Wouldn't own land like a lord or anything, but still, it's a right important position. We're establishing a new town governor, which is distinct from a lord. I think that's what's best for this town.
so
For the most part, the townspeople agree on self-governance, as there's quite a lot of distrust of power after what happened with Lady Joanna. It may seem like the townspeople are turning to extreme courses of action, but the new lord did allow us our self-government. Which is all well and good, but here's the rub. I think the fella best suited for the position is this one clergyman. A fine man, and he likes the idea. Now everyone is clamoring for me to be the governor. I honestly think you're suited for it, Barton.
Right.
So you think it's a grand idea too? Well, I couldn't disagree more myself. I'm too weak a man. I disagree with you.
though.
I've been put on a pedestal as some noble knight who put everything to right. But you did put everything to right. Right? Like, you're blaming yourself, but if you had not gone to the lengths that you went to try to solve things, then we wouldn't have gotten involved and things wouldn't have gotten solved. Were you able to solve everything on your own? No. But you're the impetus for it being solved because you cared. And all of this is happening because you care. Don't underestimate yourselves, people. Honestly, like, one of the biggest things is just giving a damn. Say that all day, but they'd still want me to as governor. Everyone wants to feel safe. They want to know there's someone nearby they can rely on. I sympathize with that, but I'm no ruler.
Got to say,
Do I have what it takes to lead them? That's the thing, is you are a leader. Everything's a challenge, but it doesn't mean you can't rise to the challenge.
wait, what? True.
I do remember hearing that the closer you get to your breaking point, the greater you become. That's true, we can't become better men without a challenge, can we? I don't know about the whole breaking point thing, but pushing yourself, expanding your limits, yes, it makes you a more whole person.
For myself.
I'll represent the townspeople. I'll become governor and restore the whole place. Not sure if I'm the man for the job, but I'll give it everything I've got for the good of the town. Considering my lack of experience, I'd be grateful if you kept advising me. Sure, yeah. As governor, take that clergyman on that you thought would be a good fit. Take him on as an aide or an advisor, right? And if things don't go well in the first 6 months, step down and give him the reins.
Don't worry your head.
May not have the skills you do, but I will serve faithfully so that I can be a true hero in this town like you.
I'll do anything for this town I adore.
Finally decide what to do yet? I know you care deeply, but we're all sick of waiting. Don't make me decide I need to lead you.
Hey up!
Call it the most historic and mythological RPG base in Europe medieval time, but it's completely opposite? Ugh.
Don't you worry.
Too true. A sandworm attack would devastate Martira. I'll work up some countermeasures. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Don't work too hard now, big man. Wait, that seemed contradictory. Go ahead and remove childcare from your job skills, will you? They hated it when you chased them around during hide and seek. My wee ones were bawling and screaming something awful. They still cry from the memory of it.
Whoa.
Rude. That's how you play Hunter and Prey. If they screamed, it was just proof we were playing it right. I swear to ye, I'm determined to protect this town.
My thanks.
Thanks for your time today. I have to do a great deal of work to even begin paying you back. You stop by again. Hella. Hella. Alright, anything to do on the night? Okay, I don't... Oh! We got another Brigida. We have another Heisme. Interesting. Okay, Heisme is at 3. Brigida's at 5. What do we get for 6? We get reduces the mag cost of merchant and improves the exchange rate at the mag exchange. Interesting.
Right.
What now?
She has to be 8. She has to be 4. And we need Commander 10. Skill inheritance slots for Thief, Lineage 2. Let's do that. Pick it up.
Apology. Ah, it's you.
Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. I've been thinking of the UG village. In some ways, there may be no better place for my son to finally rest, but I've been away for so long. Can't say if they'll still accept me. I'm practically a stranger now. Let's just go and see.
Yes.
Right then. I suppose I'll stop wasting time dithering and get myself ready. The place is just to the east of Martira. The village is hidden, so I'd prefer a quiet and careful approach by carriage. Guide us. Oh, that's a cool little transition screen.
In days gone by,
Hasn't changed a bit. Yes, this is my hometown. Apologies for dragging you all this way.
Tadari.
It's me, Heisme. I've returned, and I've something to discuss. I've known Tadari for a long time, you see. He's the leader of the village.
Just
Although I should warn you now that you'll not be welcome here. Might feel some hostility in the air. I'm an elder. I'm kind of used to that.
Hey,
Nothing I'm not used to.
I apologize.
Yes, the Elden experience, I suppose. Nonetheless, I do apologize. Heisme, is that you? You're looking gray in the ears, my friend. As if the years were any kinder to you, Tadari. I heard you left the Royal Knights, but it's good to see you again. Who is this?
He is...
This is me, a traveling companion of mine, standing in the tournament for the throne. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Wait, is this why you've come back to the village?
No.
I came to see the cemetery, trying to find a place where my son can rest. Boy's gone on ahead then. Passed away before I could bring him here. At the very least, I thought I might let him rest somewhere with a view of the village. He loved running with the wind in his face. God damn it, Iceman. Surely I thought he'd like the hill. I know it's not something the villagers will accept easily, but...
Yes.
Well, it sounds like a wonderful idea to me. You know the cemetery is sacred to the village. I fear you might be right. I'm not certain how they'll respond. You allow me to take the urn. I imagine that seeing it will prompt their cordiality, if not sympathy.
Please.
That please
Yeah.
hurt? I always used to train here when I was young. Look closely, and you'll see this tree is riddled with claw marks. I know because it was my claws that left them. Brings back memories. Of course, having shaken the trees, I'd get a swarm of bugs coming down on my head. Of course, I'd go whinging to Tadari about it. Adorable. Even you were a cute kid once, huh? Having trouble imagining it. No, absolutely not. You're fucking adorable right now. Villagers are here. They watch us from the shadows. If you focus and listen, you'll hear them too. Didn't leave voluntarily. He was stripped of his knighthood, wasn't he? Now he wants his child buried here. Boy wasn't even born in the village. Y'all don't make me fucking fuck y'all up. Ugh. The problem with scholarly sources is you have to corroborate your scholarly sources. The problem with historical scholarly sources is, especially the later you go, the fewer you have to corroborate with. That's why scholarly sources in the modern era are most often corroborated with archaeological evidence. I get that though, right? Like I've as a younger individual, I was always like my intellect was one of my defining features and one of the only things I could rely on to like set me apart from people. So I get that whole like concept of like, oh, I've studied this, I've read this, I know blah 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 blah. Like especially from like a world building standpoint, that's an echo chamber for yourself. Right? So you get in your own head and you believe your own stuff, you believe your own nonsense because you're the only one in your head creating and validating that nonsense. It's not always nonsense, right? Like but it's questionable. The thing about critique that a lot of people accepting critique is difficult for most people because they see it as an attack. And a lot of times it is an attack. Don't get me wrong, right? But even if people attack you, there's a core there. There's some reason why they have attacked you. And it's not necessarily the words that they utilize are not always important, but analyzing and understanding or trying to understand what caused this person to be critical of my work, it can help you better understand your work and your weaknesses. It's like putting stuff on YouTube, streaming, right? Like any sort of content creation. One of the first things that I got used to was people who would post and be like, X sucks, or you suck, or X is bad, or you did this thing wrong, blah, 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 blah. And, like, you can go through the whole scenario of, like, don't waste effort, ignore them, It's different for everyone. Like, every different person is gonna, mental health, your own mental health and how you handle criticism is a very important thing. But it's still extremely valid to analyze criticism and try to understand why the criticism exists, even if you don't agree with the criticism. And it sounds like this person does not do that. So, you know?
Oh,
Do you hear? Not very welcoming.
well,
Exactly within my expectations, then. They decline. Withdraw without a fuss.
Heisman.
I explained the situation to the younger villagers. Like nobody had any problems with giving your son a place here. Indeed. Thank you. Master Tadari. The urn of bones is gone. I'm gonna kill some dog nappers. I'm gonna kill some fucking child bone nappers. People in this fucking world can't leave well enough alone. What is the meaning of this? So the younger people are fine. That's what we're hearing. Is the youth in the village is like, yeah, cool. Some older Ujif came back to the village and wants to bury his son's bones here. Great, cool, whatever. It's the older people. Fucking older people. You fucking assholes. Obviously, I don't want to get old, but I can't wait to get old so that I can't wait. I would love to be like 80 so that I can meet a 20-year-old, have nothing in common with that 20-year-old, and just go, hey, cool, you do you. I'm rooting for you. Get it? You know? Like, the fucking hatred, the bitterness. Bitter man's voice. Fuck. Tadari was just too afraid to refuse him, that's all. I can hear you, you know. Sorry, Heisme, I cannot excuse the villagers' behavior. The village hasn't changed a bit, still rejecting outsiders, still shutting themselves away. Maybe I should have expected this. I left this place behind, I became an outcast. Maybe losing my son again is what I deserve. Still, you stood for me, spoke in anger on my behalf, and that is my sole salvation. Come on, let's just go hunt down who did this and break a few bones, and then we'll leave. We're not leaving your son's bones here.
Thanks.
I mean, we can put them in the cemetery if that's really what you want, but we're not just letting someone steal your son's fucking remains. Shall I search the village entire, no stone unturned? Doubtless that intrusion would only provoke further offense, but I haven't time to waste.
I apologize.
Have my sincerest apologies. I shall take responsibility and find the urn. It's my duty as chief. No, as one who would see justice done. There's an unease in the village. Today, I think it best you leave. Very well. Ismay took that way better than I would have taken that. If my daughter died and I had her cremated and I took her to a place and someone stole her fucking remains, oh, I'm a patient, forgiving person.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I would have issues. I would have problems. I would have some very, very large problems.
Well then.
Jesus. Okay. Well, that was that. Stroll! And Maria! Maria! Let's go do Stroll.
Oh, it's you.
What are you up to? Ironic how fidgety one gets when told to wait, isn't it? Hey, what do you got some time now? About what we discussed last time. I know I must head to my village to seek clues about my inheritance, but I freeze before I can take the first step. Let's go!
Oh, right.
If you're sure, then I suppose now's as good a time as any. My home, the village of Halia, is on the outskirts of Grand Trad. We'll need the runner. Please extend my apologies to the rest. The runner, we could make it there and back before dusk, though I can't help but feel guilt to request it for such a personal matter. Bitch, get in the goddamn runner! Ooh. Looking rough. Doesn't look like anyone has lived here for a very long time. It's a chilling sight. Traveling here by Gauntlet Runner. I think we were practically next door to the capital. As I fled for my life, the nearest settlement felt leagues away. I recall wanting to lie down and give up on several occasions. Probably hard to tell now, but this was once the village's main road, full of people crossing every which
Truth
way.
is,
You used to be able to see the mountains cresting the horizon above the rooftops. Beautiful. Could have seen it like that. I'll see it someday.
No.
Been 7 years since that day. Feels like forever ago, yet only the blink of an eye at the same time. Afterward, I was shuffled between various relatives, nothing more than another mouth to feed. Fitting, I suppose, of the burden I'd become. I went to the side of our manor, but all I found was rubble. A few walls were sort of standing, but it was a sorry sight compared to how I see it in my mind. Except I discovered a letter.
take this.
There was a corner of my father's study that seemed to have been designed to withstand a fire. I found a box there with a letter inside, and I recognized the writing as my father's.
Hey,
I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. I have no doubt this is his will. I know I must read it, but I'm going to go over there and do that alone. Mind waiting nearby. Okay to be nervous.
Yeah.
thanks.
Thank you. It's reassuring to have you by my side. It's sad. Everybody's so... There's too many sad things going on. That's perfect. The good thing we found this. Since I do indeed have an inheritance. The will said the family's treasure was dispatched to the royal capital. What are we waiting for?
Well then.
But
Afraid we'll need something a little more specific than the capital. There's a hatred table in Fatal for player characters where 1 is friendly and 5 they kill you on sight. Pretty much everyone is a 5. Why? I could be like, I can understand. I can understand if it's like a hostile world, almost everyone starting on like a 4, you know? If like 3 is the middle ground where they just don't give a shit about you, right? And 1 is very friendly, and 2, like 1 is like do anything for you, 5 is like kill you on sight. I can understand most people starting at like a 4, but why would most people just like what? Why? I mean, how could it be? No one expected a murderous, rampaging human.
sorry.
Whenever I think back to that day, my father names me as the sole heir of his estate. even addressed the letter to his beloved son, Leon. Leon? Who the fuck is Leon? I feel only shame at such endearments, but as it stands now, the inheritance has but one purpose, to repay the debts owed to my parents and my people. So if they would see our house rebuilt,
Definitely.
I will be whatever they want me to be, noble of prominence or otherwise. If I can make the people speak the name of House Haliadus with reverence, and once it lives, if I can make the people speak the name of House Haliadus with reverence, once it lives on the tips of everyone's tongue, maybe then I'll be able to embrace the words, my beloved son. Never imagined the day would come that I'd come to terms with these feelings. I owe you so much and more. You ain't done yet, buddy. You ain't done yet.
I must use my nobility for good.
We got Warrior Veneration. We also got Battle Aura. While in reserve. How can Stroll be in reserve? We only have 4 characters. Stroll can't be in reserve. Yeah. While in reserve, the amount of experience Stroll gains increases. Good to know. I'm glad I didn't look at all the abilities. I'm just not gonna read that. I'm just not gonna read that. I say that. I do occasionally like read through other RPG systems. I say occasionally. I read through a lot of other RPG systems, mostly because I'm interested in them. But on the occasion, I will read through RPG systems that I'm not necessarily interested in, just to see what ideas exist in them and try to parse them, right? Because even if something isn't your bag, doesn't mean that there can't be good mechanics or good ideas in it that you can hack or harvest or just lift and go from there. First things first. Tell me about your brother.
Say, that's...
He was a big man, so much so that standing next to my mother made her look teeny. Despite his size, he solved his problems with his head. He never treated people as lesser than him. In fact, he used to handpick the fish he would bring back to the household as gifts. Grand Trad was able to source fresh fish from Brylehaven, but in Halia they were a rare feast.
Aha!
Maybe I'm onto something. He spoke highly of the fish market, so he must have gone to the same one every time. Perhaps they'd remember him. That may be our best lead. I'm afraid I shall once again take advantage of your generosity. Return to Grand Trad. Will you help me walk in my father's footsteps? It could still turn out fruitless, so I'll need all the help I can get. Abso-fucking-lutely. Stroll asked me to help track down his inheritance. He called his father frequented the fishmonger near the Grand Cathedral and Grand Trad. I should start there.
All right.
Hell yeah. That's interesting that we actually get a quest out of this. First, I have one more thing I'd like to look into. I think we're at a good stopping point for today besides. Okay.
Let's head back.
So, wank. Karen slots Faker 2. Significantly reduces the mag cost of setting the merchant lineage. Significantly improves the exchange rate at the mag exchange. Get some psychic resistance. Alright, let's go with Alonso for now.
Greetings. And then...
Not checking on my home village. I was wondering if now was a good time for you to join me. Let's do it.
Thank goodness.
You will, thank you. In full disclosure, I've also invited my collaborator. You met him before. Having grown up in the same village, we are as inseparable as brothers. I'd like to firm up our next steps and then head over. Watch the guy's character creating videos?
Ridiculous.
Shoot me a link. I might look at that. This should do. The owner was kind enough to give us some space. My collaborator, that is my good friend from back home, should arrive any minute now. He's not gonna arrive. It's gonna be a problem. He's late, and you've come all this way, too. Come to think of it, I haven't really told you about where I grew up. It was a beautiful village, full of flowers, not wealthy, but not destitute. There was a cheerful tranquility to it. Apparently, I'd been abandoned on the nearby road as a baby. The woman who took me in is my mother in all but blood. She's Peripus. I'm Nidia. We couldn't look more different, but she raised me like I was her own. Never stopped smiling at me. She was always so proud to call me her son. Sounds kind.
Yes.
She is. So kind it's astounding. Mother's a good person. She trusts far too readily, though she has this uncanny ability to know when I'm the one who's lying. Anyway, she was an easy mark for fraudsters. I can't tell you how many times an expertly told sob story was all it took to rob her of everything she had. In fact, my only memories of her without a smile are the times she would apologize to me for having nothing to eat again, tears welling in her eyes. Let me open that and pause it. There we go. I'll take a look at that later. Why I started conning, you know. I decided I'd give any miscreant scum who'd take advantage of such kindness a taste of their own hell, each and every one of them. My latest mark is the worst villain of all, the landowner of my hometown. He changed my idyllic village into what it is today.
Sorry.
It's more than I'd meant to say. Save your village.
It'll be fine.
Thank you.
I've been blessed with a silver tongue since I was born. Can fool anybody except my mother. You know, you're a bit like her, too, strangely enough. I'd forgotten what a nice feeling this is, to be able to have a genuine conversation with someone. So thank you for listening. Gamma World characters? I've heard about Gamma World.
To believe you.
Hear me!
Well.
Oh, welcome, good sir. Have you come to check on the clients? Drop the act, Cuculus, or beg your pardon, should I say Alonzo?
Good grief.
You're from that village of paupers, aren't you? Did you fancy yourself some sort of hero with your little tricks? A cheat is still a cheat. We're the same, you and I. Except you're more the fool if you think you'll ever get justice. You have money that belongs to the village, and I would see it all returned to its rightful place. Is that not justice? Perhaps you'll change your tune after seeing the sorry state your village is in now. Your associate, the one you meant to meet here, took some doing, but we've managed to squeeze a few details out of him about your family.
What?
These character quests are just making me need to have to kill a bunch of people. We're just gonna have to kill a bunch of people. What have you done to my mother? Simply killing her wouldn't teach you any lessons, nor would it be any fun.
What did you do?
You can't change things. You can't save anyone. This one's on the house, boy.
Mother!
I'm sorry.
Please.
My Alonso. Live on.
Mother. Mother.
Alright, we get to kill him at least, right? Right? Like, not murdering all of the old bitter Ujifs. I get that. I get that. I get not indiscriminately burning villages where we think dog nappers might live. I get that. But we get to kill this guy, right?
Hey!
Landowner's servant told us it was you, that you were chumming up to the landowner to suck this village dry. And now you've put us to the torch. What the hell did we ever do to you? Pay for the reconstruction. I have the money, so I'll give.
How dreadful.
Traded your mother's life for that money?
This damned!
You devil!
Okay. Fine, yes. The only one who belongs in a grave may be him. But does that mean you're not gonna reconstruct the village and put her in the ground? Like, come on!
Yeah.
Said the damn words myself. People are never more vulnerable to tricks than when they think they're playing one themselves. I should have known. Was I blinded by revenge? Simply unequivocally a fool. She told you to live.
Why?
Don't wish that upon me. I've been feeding on my mother's life this whole time. It's like the parasite I am.
I'm sorry.
Then keep feeding. Don't die. That's finality. That is the end. You can't fix anything. You can't recover anything. You can't do better if you're dead.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well, that sucked.
Well then.
God.
Oi there!
Arden, Maria. We've been ignoring Maria. We're definitely gonna do some Maria. I love me some Maria. Now study the General. And Commander Lineage to 2. Man, we are just kicking through so many of these. I guess they got accumulated, but damn.
Right.
Do we have...
What now?
Okay, so that'll give us access to General, but we need Commander at 20. Alright, that's cool. Atarokaja. Icy Strike. Ice Dodge. Ooh, that could be super useful against the right situation. Moves all allies to the back row and increases their defense by 2 ranks for... Megiddo! Medium Magic Almighty to all enemies. That's worthwhile. Frigid Fortress Tactic. Deals heavy magic ice damage to one enemy. Inflicts a one-time weakness to ice. Also, sounds fucking really good. Extreme fire damage to all enemies and decreases hit and evasion for 3 turns. Wow. Extreme magic ice damage to one enemy. Attack, defense, hit, evasion for all allies. We love that one. Healing Shelter formation. All allies recover 10% of their HP each turn for 3 turns. That's interesting, but that's actually only a 30% 30% heal. That's not that big. Megadola! Heavy magic almighty damage to all enemies. Damn. Yeah, we want Commander. We are gonna go visit fucking Maria though. But first, I kind of want to pop over to the. Oh, you know what we need to do? Let's do this while I'm actually thinking about it. Let's go to the royal capital. We need to go to the church. We've got a bunch. I say the church. Church works. We can do church first. We need to purify a bunch of things.
Closure.
We have quite a few things to purify. So... Right. Oh, right. This is the thing that's just flipping between the Investor's Abacus and the Thrifty Abacus. So we don't care about that. We do care about this, but we want to kind of like gauge. Oof. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough blessed water for everything. Increases max HP by 30%? That's fucking awesome. Automatically increases all allies' hit rate and evasion at start of combat. That's also awesome. Increases damage against giant-type monsters. Could be really good. Automatically increases all allies' defense at start of combat. Could be really good. Significantly reduces the damage from being hit by your weakness. Could be good. Bird type, good. Okay, so I think we want the buffs first.
Good.
And then we're just gonna save the blessed water. Or yeah. Because we could get the Berserk gauntlets, but it's kind of whatever. Well, I mean, they're pretty good. I want that max HP by 30% though. That sounds really awesome. Can I buy some blessed water? No. I do maybe need to buy a couple of bombs of life. And we want to go to...
Let's head there right away.
Any shop, and we've got a bunch of stuff to appraise. Oh yeah. We just have a 20% off at all times now. Fuck yeah! I wonder if that stacks. We got so much stuff to appraise. Pirate costume. Okay. All right. Superior enigmatic accessory. Enfeeble Igniter. Enables the multi-target attack reduction skill Magic Group Drain. Interesting. Have I heard of Tunnels and Trolls? Yes, I have heard of Tunnels and Trolls. I believe I've never played it, but I believe I've watched a group play Tunnels and Trolls on YouTube. It's been a really long time though, so I don't really, but it's just got like this vague memory. Or maybe I just watched someone go through like a discussion on it or something like that, but
All right. All right.
double ow.
Me too.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay, we want to go to... Not go...
Let's go.
We want to go directly to the Coliseum. I want to... They talked about stuff. I want to see if we can fight here. Currently holding a ranked league tournament. If you want to participate, first you'll have to test your abilities with a certification battle. Happen to the thrill of the fight. This is a home of vaunted warriors, a contest of strength. But yes, if you win, you get prizes according to your rank. Certification battle, that sounds easy, you're thinking. Well, think again. We brought in some special monsters this time around. A terrifying beast with a body as hard as rock and temper worse than that. It's a fearsome beast. Perfect foe to separate the weak from the warriors. Make it more interesting, we've instituted a special rule. You have to win quickly.
What'll it be?
Don't want our audiences yawning now, do we? So don't dawdle. That about covers it, though. Care to get certified? Not right now. Want to save. And that's actually kind of funny because a lot of times in like competitive sports or tournament style scenarios, they actually encourage people to not win too quickly because when people just trounce other people, it gets very boring for.
Whoa.
Does this?
Let's give it a shot.
Let's have a good.
Let's give it our all.
Let's have a good.
Okay, so it does take time. So I'm still interested, obviously, but I want to check other things potentially.
Yeah.
All right.
So we still have 4 more days.
All right then.
I think we want to go. It's 11:26. I think we want to go talk to Maria, and then that might be where we end the night. We'll see. Maria, please don't make me super sad. I have Nurse's drawings on me. I think Maria would be happy if I gave her one. Give one! Look at that shit! The city ruins drawing. So fucking pretty. Picture seems kind of sad. Does no one live in this town anymore? There's really a place like that outside of Grand Trad. The fucking waterfall was really cool.
Wow.
A waterfall, right? I've never seen one of them before. Do waterfalls always have faces under them?
Thank you. By the...
I talked to Miss Fabian and I wanted to talk to Papa too. And I wanted to ask you something. Actually, never mind. It's nothing. Tell me what's on your mind. I want to go to the cathedral. It's Fabian. She said that Papa was always watching over
That's
people.
why.
So I thought that if Papa was watching over me too, then maybe I could talk to him if I went there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Fucking do it. Anything for this girl. Yo, it's been months. Y'all ain't cleaned this fucking place out yet? Wonder if Papa heard me. What did you ask
Hold
him?
on.
Told him that I'm sorry.
By
I
the
thought
way.
Papa had abandoned me, but I was wrong, so I told him I was sorry. What about GURPS? Yes, I've actually played some GURPS. Very tentatively. I was very young, so I couldn't tell you, like, a lot about it. It was fun, but I probably didn't understand very much of it at the time when I played it. But I've since like becoming older and getting more into role playing and stuff like that, GURPS was one of the first systems that I just read, just because I was like, oh, this thing is a classic and I should probably know about it. So yeah, absolutely. I believe one of my favorite book series was actually originally a GURPS campaign. I think it was a GURPS campaign. It might have been something else, though. Miss Fabian said I could tell her anything, so I talked to her about a whole lot of things.
So...
I told her about Papa and how lonely I was after he was gone. She listened to me. I was wrong that whole time. I think your Papa would be happy with...
Yeah.
Papa's job, do you think I could do it too? Miss Fabian told me his job was to make sure everyone is okay. I loved when Papa made sure I was okay. When I cried, he'd give me a really big hug that always made me feel better.
That's why.
You make me sad again, game. So I want to be like Papa. I want to make sure everyone else is okay too. But I don't know how to fight. Does that mean I can't do it then?
In that case.
Why don't you try to make the people around you smile? Sometimes that's enough.
Huh?
Really all I have to do?
Okay.
It's really important. Just show the people around you that you care about them, that they matter. So much of isolation and depression is just people feeling like they are alone in the world. Like, if they weren't there, it wouldn't matter. Showing the people around you in your life that is not the case can often make a huge difference. I'm gonna make sure that Miss Fabian is okay. Good. She deserves it. I wonder what I can do to make her happy. What's something that Miss Fabian wants? She says she doesn't need anything like pretty clothes, so I'm thinking flowers and some snacks and a new sign. She always says the sign got beaten up by the weather. If I make it look pretty again, do you think that will make her happy? I absolutely do. I'll make a new sign. This one will have Papa and Miss Fabian and me and you all smiling together. It's a great idea.
Really?
I want you to be on the sign too, because you're my treasure. The heart.
I'm okay.
You know how to make a sign? Don't forget, it also has to have pretty pictures on it, or I know an artist? Do I know an artist? An artist? I mean, yeah, Nurus, right?
If so.
He's quite good at drawing, yeah.
Huh?
Is that the person who drew those pictures of your journey?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come with you. I want to talk to Mr. Nurus.
Thank you. Bye.
That's exciting. I'm into this. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, we still got Brigitte to go.
The truth is,
while in reserve, we're gonna be getting a new. We're getting Juna. We're getting Juna. It's gonna happen. I believe. All right. I feel like we made a lot of progress tonight. That is, I think, where we're going to go ahead and call it. Having a great time with this game. I absolutely adore it. It's so much fun to play. It's got such a great vibe, and it tugs on the heartstrings perfectly. It does such a good job. That being said, that is the end of this session, and we will not be back tomorrow for D&D. One of our players is... Two of our players are on the move. So we won't have the party around for D&D tomorrow. I should be back for a game. It might be this game, or it might be a new game. Dark Deity 2 is coming out tomorrow. I had a really good time with Dark Deity 1, even though it's not a perfect game. And I'm really eager to see if the developers of the game took what they learned in Dark Deity 1 and made a better version of it. So I might end up playing that tomorrow. We might start going back to kind of like a twofer where I bounce back and forth between games. We'll see. It might just be a scenario where I dip my toes in and then etc. etc. Metaphor is still on the menu, of course. So we'll see how that all turns out. Might just stick with Metaphor until I finish it and then jump over to Dark Deity 2. Might immediately jump into Dark Deity 2. We'll see. That's it. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.